Good morning, everyone. After a long gap, we are starting with cloud computing unit 4 of your syllabus. Actually, in the first three topics, I have tried to cover the basics of cloud computing, the different companies who are offering cloud services, the different types of cloud models that we have, SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS, and more about cloud infrastructure. This fourth unit is related to application development. Uh, uh, Particularly programmers or coders who are interested to develop cloud-based applications. For them, what are the facilities available, or which are the companies which are supporting these cloud-based application development, that we are going to learn in this particular chapter. So in this chapter, the different companies and the tools and services that they provide, how they are beneficial to the developer or to the or for cloud-based web applications, that we will be learning. So in the unit 4, we are going to start by understanding which are the companies for developing cloud applications. Now, one major company, which is a gigantic company which supports a number of developers in cloud developing cloud-based applications, is Google. You all must be aware about it. Google provides a number of ways in which rapid application development for clouds can be done, and also it provides ways of hosting that application. So Google provides easy and robust platform for cloud-based applications. Many developers, maybe even naive developers who are not really professional developers, they can also very easily develop cloud-based applications using Google App Engine and using some of the facilities that Google provides. Okay, so very easily applications can be developed and they can be hosted on the cloud. Commonly, the programming languages that Google supports is Python and Java. So applications developed using Python and Java for cloud, those can be hosted by making use of the Google App Engine. So as I have told you in the past also, the book that we are referring to is quite old. Today, number of other companies and other utilities are available, but Google was one of the earliest company, earliest corporation to have supported a wide range of developers who were interested in developing cloud-based applications. Okay, so what is this Google App Engine? Google App Engine is a PaaS, that is platform as a service. It will provide you with facilities, utilities, tools, particularly for programmers who can develop cloud-based applications. So it is a platform as a service. Google App Engine is a platform as a service which provides cloud computing platform, particularly for developing and hosting web applications. So a lot of freelance developers are there, or a lot of small startups are there, small companies are there, who can make use of the utilities provided by the Google App Engine, and they can make it easier for the developer to develop and host web-based applications, particularly cloud-based applications. And these applications are Google stored and managed by the Google data centers. Okay, so most of the data that is going to be stored on the cloud, that is going to be managed by the Google data centers. Okay, now the advantage that we get, the advantage that the programmer gets or the developer gets by making use of these utilities provided by Google is that the applications that they develop using Google App Engine, they can be run across multiple servers. More than one servers, more than one platforms will be able to support these applications. So Google App Engine is one of the major utilities, major app engines, which is a PaaS and which is used by many developers for developing the cloud-based applications. Okay. Now, as I said, Google supports whatever applications you want to develop and host using Google. Particularly, it supports Python, the applications developed in Python and Java. And since you people have already learned Python or you are aware about Python, You people must be also aware that Python is a very easy to learn scripting language. If you're comparing now that you are in the 5th sem or you have gone to the 6th semester, you know little bit of programming languages also you have learned. In fact, Python is easier than C. C was one of the earliest languages that you learned when you were in the 1st semester. But once you know the logic, when you start making use of Python, there are a lot of built-in libraries, built-in subroutines. So it's a very easy to learn scripting language. You don't have to be a very good at syntax. In fact, it is not much syntax driven. Python is not really very syntax driven. So a lot of application developers find it easy to make use of this language in order to script their code or in order to write their code. As you all know, Python is an open source, and what Google has done is Google has made certain changes. It has tweaked the language. Tweaked the language means made some changes in order to avoid dangerous operations. Like dangerous operations in the sense, suppose you have developed an application or you have developed an app using Python. Then what Google has done is Google will not allow Python to make changes in the file system. Now, making changes in the file system is a very dangerous operation. If existing files are there, they are rewritten, updated, deleted, or some changes are made to it, existing information will be lost. So such abilities which are present in Python, those are restricted when you are making use of the Google App Engine or when you are making use of Python in order to develop cloud applications. So Python is quite similar to SQL if you have used SQL before, but where it differs is syntax. In SQL also, if you want to create a file or a table, you just say create table, table name, and you give the fields. Python is also similar to that. If you have used, if you have learned Python language, you will find a lot of similarity. But syntax wise, again, SQL is little syntax ridden, whereas Python is not. So advantage that the developer gets is that it's quite easy to learn, easy to adapt, very easy to make changes and debug it. So Python is commonly used for developing cloud-based applications, which can be uploaded on Google. So using Google App Engine, very easily cloud-based applications can be developed. Another important language which is used for cloud-based applications is Java. You all have learned Java. It's quite a robust programming language, robust scripting language, very sturdy, lot of built-in methods are there. So programmer's task is as such reduced. It is not complicated. Programmer can very easily make use of Java and develop platform independent applications. You all know the features of Java. It also provides you lot of ways in which database can be connected. Your programming, Java programming, you people have learned about database connectivity. Very easily, if you want to develop database related applications, you can develop it and implement it using Java. Okay. Now, apart from Google and Google App Engine, there are other alliances, or you can say other collaborations, which have come up, which allow the developers to come up with robust cloud-based applications. So one such alliance is between Google and Force.com. So Force.com or Salesforce.com, we call it. Salesforce.com has made a strategic alliance with Google. Together, they provide a number of tools, utilities for developing cloud-based applications. An advantage of this kind of tools is that very easily and quickly business applications which are going to be deployed on the cloud, they can be developed by making use of these tools or by making use of these utilities. Okay, so Google and Force.com, they have provided a platform which leverages Python applications. Leverages means increases the ability of Python to interact with databases. Now Python has such, what you have learned or what you know, you are able to create maybe front end or maybe general applications using Python. But if you wish that your Python application sends data to the database, retrieves data from the database, is able to remove the data, or update the data, those what you can say, those features can be added, or those features can be made available to the application developer because of this alliance between Google and Force.com. Okay, so very easily developers can create Python libraries and they can be deployed. This allows, to enhance the capability of your cloud-based application. So Google and Force.com have come together, collaborated to provide a number of utilities and tools to the developer and make it easy for his application development. Yes, yes. Okay, so Force.com and Google App Engine, as I was telling you, Google together, they provide a number of utilities. So what do they do? Basically, what are they providing? They are providing a manual, what we call as a getting started guide. They provide Python library documentation. A number of libraries are available. The documentation of that is also made available to the developer. How they make it easy for the developer is there are a number of examples which show a Python code access, by Force.com. In alliance with Force.com, a number of libraries can be deployed, and examples for that are shown because of this alliance between Force.com and Google. Okay, testing for libraries is also provided, and a wiki page is provided. Wikipedia page is provided. A frequently asked questions FAQ page is provided, so that even if developers are they have a startup, or they are just naive developers, they are not professional developers, they can get some online help, they can get some guidance from maybe other professionals with the help of this wiki FAQ page. You can post your frequently asked questions on that page, and you will get answers from lot of from the community. There's a developer community which supports application development, which supports freelance developers. Maybe they are not connected to a big corporation, maybe they are freelance developers. They can also get the benefit of Force.com and Google App Engine. The alliance between them will help a lot of new developers, or maybe freelance developers as well. Okay, now the next point that we have to learn is Google Gears. Now, what is Google Gears? As I was telling you, Google gives a number of options, gives a number of opportunities, maybe tools to the end user, or maybe to the developer. Since Google App Engine is a PaaS, that means it will provide you with platforms so that you can develop your cloud application. So one such service, or one such application that Google provides you or gives you is Google Gears. Now this Google Gears is nothing but a development tool which is developed by Google, development tool for cloud applications. You can develop your cloud applications with the help of Google Gears. Again, it's an open source technology. There is no proprietary licensing or proprietary software. It enables to create offline web applications as well as cloud applications. Okay, availability of data and applications when there is no internet. So advantage that you get with Google Gears is that you can develop applications such that even if internet connectivity is not there, still data and the application will be made available to the user even when internet is off or internet is down. Okay, so what does this Google Gears do? It provides JavaScript APIs for data storage, application caching, and multi-threading. In the sense, with this Google Gears, you will be able to very easily develop applications which require interaction between the front end and the back end. Maybe on and often when you are fetching the data needs to be stored in the cache or stored in the buffer so that it is made available to the application again and again. Multiple tasks you want to execute simultaneously. So multi-threading is also supported with the help of Google Gears. Okay. Google Gears is supported by all major browsers, that is particularly Chrome or Firefox or even Internet Explorer. All of these browsers Google Gears is supported by that. Google Gears is also supported by most of the major platforms like Windows or Mac or maybe Linux and other platforms. So any type of developer, maybe not a professional developer, maybe a freelance developer, or maybe someone who has just started programming, he can also develop very good sturdy applications with the help of Google Gears. Okay. The next application development service that we must know is Microsoft Azure service. Just like Google Gears or Google App Engine, this is a service, or you can say this is a tool or a utility which is provided by Microsoft. So now, apart from Google, there are other companies also who provide tools and utilities for developing cloud-based applications. And one such service or one such company is Microsoft. They have come up with Microsoft Azure services. So what is this Microsoft Azure service? It provides tools and utilities for developers using Microsoft Visual Studio, Microsoft .NET framework. So using these, the developer can develop his cloud-based applications. They can run partially or entirely on remote data center. Partially or entirely means either, if required, completely the whole application can be executed on the remote machine, or if required, partially, half of it on the local machine and half of it on the, maybe the remaining on the remote machine. That execution can happen